Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another model. Today you're going to be reviewing a JC Wings Ansett Australia Boeing 747-400 in the regular delivery. This is one of the catch-up models I'm still playing catch-up on. I still got a ton of miles to catch up on before I get to the current stuff. Anyway, I purchased this model from Choice Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.choicetoysinc.com. Allow me to share with you some information about Ansett Australia. Ansett Australia was founded by the late Sir Reginald Ansett, who was born in 1909 and died in 1981 and 1935 as Ansett Airways, and commenced operations on February 17, 1936 with the airline's first inaugural flight from Hamilton, Victoria, Australia to Melbourne, Australia, operating a Fokker Universal monoplane. Then on October 3, 1957, ANA Australia National Airways was sold to Ansett, and the two airlines merged to form Ansett ANA Australia National Airways on October 21, 1957. And the name was retained until November 1, 1968, when it was renamed Ansett Airlines of Australia. Then fast forward to February 2000, that's when Air New Zealand acquired full ownership of Ansett Australia, and after the Australian government refused to provide any financial assistance to bail Ansett out, Air New Zealand placed the Ansett Group into voluntary administration with the PricewaterhouseCoopers on September 12, 2001, primarily due to the apparent lack of any funds to cover fuel, catering, or employee wages, and grounded the fleets of Ansett and its subsidiaries Hazleton Airlines, Kendall Airlines, SkyWest Airlines, and Aero Pelican. And after 66 years and 11 days after Ansett inaugurated its first commercial flight, the airline ceased all flying operations permanently on March 4, 2002 at 23:59 p.m. Australian time, with the very last commercial flight operated as Flight AN 152 from Perth to Sydney, which was operated by an Airbus A320-211 bearing the registration ship number VH-HYI, and touched down on March 5, 2002 at 6:53 a.m. Australian time, and Ansett Australia was no more. Alright folks, sad to say that was a great airline. It's no longer operating no more. But here is the front of the box. You see here the aircraft type, the Ansett Australia logo that was on the fleet. There's the Ansett Australia logo inside there. And then there's the model information right there as well. Okay, this is the back of the box. Nothing much back there except what you see back there. And then there's the JC Wings logo. And then there's the Facebook information. You go to JC Wings, their Facebook page, and get information about future come releases through their social media page there as well. Alright, this is the top of the box here. This is the model I'll be doing a review on. All the information right there, the Ansett Australia title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, and the model type information there as well. And this is the bottom of the box, but this time this got the Sydney 2000, I guess when Sydney hosts the Summer Olympics there in 2000. I ordered this model as well. For some strange reason, I haven't received it yet, but if y'all want me to do a review on it, I will go ahead and try to order it. If not, I'm not going to lose any sleep on it. I did get the regular one. That's the one I was worried about the most, okay? There you have it right there. Okay, folks. This is the model stand that came with the model here. See a little pattern right there, folks? That means when you put your model on the stand, you don't have to worry about it being damaged or scratched. That's what that's there for, to prevent the model from being damaged and scratched. And then you see the plaque there, the custom plaque that JC Wings has been doing since 2013. There's the Ansett Australia title, the aircraft type, and the model scale information right there as well. Alright folks, this little bag you see here with all the little goodies in there features the two little toothpicks. These are the gear replacements, and I will go into detail for the purpose of these later on in the review. Stay tuned for that part. Okay, with all that information out of the way about Ansett Australia, how they started and ended their demise, airlines no longer flying, sorry about that. The details on the box here, nice logo there, the model stand, and the gear replacements. With no further ado, folks, here is the model. There it is, the JC Wings Ansett Australia Boeing 747-400 in the regular delivery. Allow me to share with you some information about their 747, okay? Ansett Australia operated only 2 Boeing 747-400 in their fleet from 1999 until the airlines collapsed in 2001, and both 747-400 were handed back over to Singapore Airlines shortly thereafter, who actually leased these aircraft to Ansett Australia in 1999. So, with all that information out the way, let's get down and allow me to show you all the details on this nice little beautiful aircraft model. Shall we? Let's roll. Okay, we're going to start on the port side / left side of the aircraft, where you see the nose gears right here featuring the gear lights. I'll show you a better visual view of those. Then there's the nose gear door with the partial registration number on there, MB. The nose cone, the windshield wipers and the cockpit window right there. And then that little decal right there right by the cockpit window, that is the Star Alliance logo. And Ansett Australia joined the Star Alliance on May 3rd, 1999, which consists of 27 airline members from 6 inhabited continents, and was a member of the Airline Alliance until the airlines collapsed on September 12, 2001. Okay? And then you come over here, see the Ansett Australia billboard here across the fuselage right there. And then there's the inboard landing light right there. I'll give you a better visual view of that right now. Here it is. Okay, now you got a better visual view of the inboard landing lights here on the edge of the wings right there. Very detailed right there. Little jewels right there. It's substituted as lights. Very detailed. Awesome. Okay, we're still on the port side of the aircraft, where you see these nice little engines right here. It's here as well. Very detailed. Ventilators right there. These were the Pratt and Whitney PW4056 engines that Ansett Australia used on this particular Boeing 747-400 aircraft. Alright, you see the side view. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft around, let you see the front angle of these engines and the turbo fan blades through spin, folks. Okay, now you're looking at the front angle of these engines on the port side, and as I mentioned, the turbo fan blades through spin. Okay, same's over here as well. And then you come over here, I showed you earlier, there's the inboard landing light, and then there's the bogey gear right there on the port side here as well. Now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side, and the fan blades spin over here as well. And then you come over here, there's the inboard landing lights here on the starboard side, and then there's the bogey gears here on the starboard side as well. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gears right here, the realistic tires, and the nose gear lights right there, the closed nose gear doors. And you see the engines here on the port side as well as the starboard side as well, the bogey gears and the bogey gears on that side as well. So with that said, allow me to take you back to the port side, because there's more information to share with you over there as well. Okay, we're still on the port side of this aircraft, where you see the red navigation light right there next to the winglet. How this winglet is painted in blue and gold, as you see there. Okay, now you got a close-up view of the bogey gears here on the port side, and then there's the center bogey gears right here and right there as well. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the Australian flag right there, the Australian flag decal. This flag represents the country where Ansett Australia used to operate from as one of the former flag carriers for the country of Australia. Then you see the rear door, very detailed right there. And then there's the registration ship number, VH-AMB. Registration ship number, VH-AMB. This was the second of 2 Boeing 747-400 that was Ansett Australia's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on September 26, 1989, and was first delivered to Singapore Airlines on November 1st, 1989. Then it was leased out to Ansett Australia on September 14, 1989, and was handed back over to Singapore Airlines on November 6, 2001, 7 weeks after the collapse of Ansett Australia, which occurred on September 12, 2001. This aircraft was eventually sent to Tupelo Regional Airport Storage Facility in Tupelo, Mississippi, where this aircraft was eventually scrapped in November 2013. Okay, now we're at the back of the aircraft on the port side, where you see the Airlines logo here on the tail. This was the airline's last signature trademark logo, which was called the Star Mark logo, which consisted of a yellow A shape without the crossbar in a lighter blue background setting, while the rest of the logo resembles that of the country's national flag of Australia. Okay, now we're at the back of the aircraft, the rear of the aircraft, where you see the APU, the auxiliary power unit hole right here. And then there's the strobe light right underneath the APU exhaust hole right there as well. Very detailed there. Now you got a better visual view of the rear view aircraft of this Ansett Australia Boeing 747-400. Very nice. Woo. Okay, we're at the front part on the starboard side of this aircraft. We see the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gears right there, the nose gear doors right there with the partial registration number on it, the Star Alliance logo, the front cargo container door, the Ansett Australia tires right here across the fuselage, upper part of it, the inboard landing light, and then there's the Pratt and Whitney PW4056 engines here on this side as well. And see the winglet here painted in blue and gold, featuring the green navigation light right there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the bogey gears here on the starboard side. There's the bogey gear here, and then there's the center bogey gear on the starboard side. Very detailed. Okay, now we're at the rear of the aircraft on the starboard side. We see the winglet painted here in blue and gold. See the rear cargo container door right there, the bulk bin door, the Australian flag, the registration number, and the Ansett Australia logo here on the tail as well. This is kind of a nice looking logo there. What you think? I think it's nice. Alright. Okay, before I show you the bird's eye aerial view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, here's some features. The model does roll a little bit. Of course, you know the front gear is a little challenged there, and it tilts as well. And the gears, they do swivel there. See there? Swivel all the way around. That's a plus. Okay. So with that said, allow me to show you the bird's eye view of this aircraft. Let's roll. Okay, we're looking at the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft. You see the nose cone right here, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pilot escape hatch door right there, the Star Alliance logo on both sides, the anti-collision beacon light right there on the distinctive hump here, the two antennas there, ADF antennas in 3D, the satellite communications box right there, the tail, and then you see those little two dots right here on the horizontal stabilizers, as well as over here. Those are the illuminator lights that light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Then you come at the wings over here, the Pratt and Whitney engines, fuel dump valve, and the winglet painted in blue and gold on this side as well. Over this way, the engine, fuel dump valve, and the winglet over there as well. Now we're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, the open nose gear door and the nose gear, another antenna there, the anti-collision beacon light here under the belly, the hole where the stand goes in at, the two center bogey gears right there, tilt there, awesome, two antennas there, the pressure relief valves right there, another antenna there, and the APU exhaust doors right there, auxiliary power unit doors right there. And then you come over here, okay, tilt there, see the engines here underneath here, the registration ship number, fuel dump valve, and the winglet over there as well. Same over here, folks. Gears, very detailed. Okay. A little challenge with that gear, but anyway, here's the engines here, the fuel dump valve, and the winglet over there as well. Now, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, I'm going to put it on that wooden stand that I showed you earlier. So here it is, the model on the stand, folks. Okay, finally got this model on the stand. You're looking at this model on the port side with all the gears intact. With it, see there? Man, this is a nice model from this angle. Okay. And now you're looking at this model from the front angle with all the gears intact. And this model's on the stand. It's a beautiful model here. Nice model from this angle. Okay, now you're looking at this model from the starboard side. Very detailed there on this side as well. And finally, looking at this model from the tail cam angle. Okay, before I take this model off the stand, I got it in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm going to take these gears off and show you the purpose for those gear replacements. So here we go. Start here, right negative there. Front gear, there. The gear on the starboard side, there. And I'm going to take this off so I can, okay, take this off here. Gears there. And gear there right there as well. Okay. I'm going to put this back on here on the stand. Okay. Now I took the model, took the gears off. Now I'm going to let you see this model from a different angle. Okay. Now I got the gears out there. You're looking at this model from the port side with, you know, it's in flight mode. Now you got two options from this point on. You can leave it in that position without the gears, you know, in the gear up position. That's without the gears. These gear replacements, that's what these gear replacements are for, to substitute the gears. Or you can continue to leave it in the gear down position with the gears on. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave mine on there, so it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Okay? Okay, now the seating configuration. Alright folks, I tried looking for the seat map on this aircraft. I didn't have no success involved, but I do got some information about the seating configuration they did have. This Ansett Australia Boeing 747-400 seated 440 passengers in a two-class cabin configured layout. My guess is, folks, here's the breakdown. My guess is from here to here and all up there, you have 42 international business class seats, and from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft, you have 398 economy class seats, which brings total 440 seats. Yeah, if anybody has a seat mat about this aircraft model, please let me know. Okay. And finally, Ansett Australia previously utilized their Boeing 747-400s on routes from Melbourne to destinations such as Hong Kong and Osaka, Kansai. Well folks, this concludes this model review. Please rate and subscribe and leave me your comments and suggestions and see what I can do to improve my video quality. I'd also like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model, especially you guys over there in Australia and New Zealand. I know Midget HD got this model, and my man Matt Gibby, if you looking at this video, man, you probably want to pick this up. And anybody else is a diehard 747 fan, this model is still available, folks. Please get your hands on before they're gone. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more video model content coming. Stay tuned, folks.